Well, what we've seen so far is unclear, and that's the danger right now, is that we have a holiday gift package that was given to the American people, and we've opened the gift, we like it, and now it's being put in the closet, and there's no more gift left. And so we have no signed deal. The details have not yet been provided publicly of what is in the 86-page document. Congress certainly is not in the loop. So a lot of unknowns, and that's the real fear here, is that this is more like a pause, a politically timed pause, than an actual hard trade deal that opens up market access, protects American intellectual property rights, and really gets this relationship back on solid ground.
Is your expectation that it will be signed or not?
Well, that's the rumoring, and certainly we've heard before from President Trump that he had a deal or he's had close deals, and always an optimistic tone, and then at the 11th hour something changes. So predicting the president's pen is never a real safe bet, but certainly they've made enough noise in the past several weeks that one would think that at least in the near term the phase one pause would be signed, but that is not the end of the story by any stretch.
The U.S. economy, amidst all of this, is clearly doing just fine. You've been into China recently. What's your assessment of the Chinese economy?
Yeah, I was back. Thank you. I was back. I was in China for a couple of weeks back in the spring, and it is a booming economy. It is a tremendous location for investment. The cities are continually growing. Construction is significant, and it's a real opportunity for American workers and American business. And that's the real danger with this trade war. It's sort of a self-inflicted wound of significant proportions. Our farm economy, which really was looking at the market in China, 1.25 billion, 1.4 billion people, looking at that market as its next great opportunity, has now taken a major blows. Farm debt is on the rise. Bankruptcies are on the rise. But China's not stopping its growth, even though it has taken a pause and a hit. That economy is significant. When you go to China, you see it. You see the cities far out in the distance beyond Beijing. 10 million people in these cities. So it's a market that we need to have access to.
What's your take on USMCA overall?
Well, USMCA, certainly there was a breakthrough. Speaker Pelosi and Richie Neal, the chairman of Ways and Means, getting what they thought is the kind of an agreement with labor that could really get Democrats on board. And it's the kind of agreement that is in many ways being seen as a model for future deals. But certainly the political back and forth, the need to sort of redo what was already done for marginal improvement is a hard pill to swallow for American business. And to have a negotiation like USMCA now followed by a sort of uncertain trade negotiation, there's a lot of uncertainty in our trade relationship right now. The political tensions in the Democratic Party, as I'm sure you covered as well, are very real. The concerns about labor, the environment, workers' rights, these aren't going away anytime soon. So the positive for MCA is that it lays out a template for how Democrats and Republicans can work together on trade.
Does it not give you hope and optimism that a China deal gets finalized, gets over the line?
Well, if China's going to agree to the kinds of protections that we saw with Mexico and Canada, I think you're going to see a lot of bipartisan support for it. But the question of how far will China go, the pressure by President Trump, is he leveraging it effectively? Did he do this sort of phase one agreement to try to capture some gains, or was it really more for his own political interest? These are all very open questions, but certainly if one looks at MCA and wants to see an American bipartisan level of support for trade, that's an angle to look at. This trade deal, we still don't know the details of, though, and that's what's concerning. We have not yet, even after a couple of weeks of discussion about it, not yet seen the actual specifics of who's going to benefit and how that's going to be executed.